Hi everyone, it's Chloe. Welcome back to another video on my channel. This is A Girl Like Me with Chloe M. I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube or recorded any kind of content. Life has been a whirlwind, as it normally is, and I've kind of had to switch my priorities up, and now I'm back. So, a lot of new and exciting things coming in the future, but I just wanted to sit down and record a video, just because... Sorry, Parker is walking around the room. I just wanted to sit down and record a video today, just to record a video. It's something that was on my mind, so why not? Today's video is about picking your name during transition. I've seen a lot of videos about transition in general, a lot of videos about, you know, the different aspects of transitioning, but something that I didn't really see a lot of was videos about how to pick your name or picking your chosen name when you start to transition. It's complicated, and it's something that you have to, you know, deal with for a lot of your life if you choose to keep that name. And there's a whole legal process behind changing your name as well. So when picking my name, it's something that I can remember choosing back when I was about 13 years old. I stayed up many nights thinking about what it was going to be like to grow up and get to be a girl, and get to choose my own name. My name previously was not something that I really identified with at all. I was a junior, or the second, so I was named after my dad. And, you know, it just, besides it being a traditionally male name, it just did not really fit my personality. So when coming to picking my name, I had a couple different ideas. The top two names for me were Genevieve and Chloe. Chloe is kind of a near and dear name to me. Just because, and this is going to sound so silly, but just because when I was a little kid, we had a cat named Chloe, and she was probably 20 years old when she died, and she was very important to our family. She was kind of our longest living pet, and she was, you know, around while I was going through my journey, so it was kind of fitting at that point. I also like Chloe because it was kind of a more feminine name. It's, you know, before the Kardashians was a relatively uncommon name, and it's just something that, you know, I thought was really more me. Genevieve I liked too. It was a little more mature than Chloe sounded, and it's something that I always loved. Genevieve Gorder on HGTV, she's a designer, so Genevieve Gorder was always something that inspired me. So Genevieve was one of the names. My mom wanted me to name myself like Sophia or Francesca, something like that. She said something a little more, you know, with a little more flair to it, because my personality, she says, is that way. And that brings me to my next point. It's like, you know, of course, think about your name, think about what you identify with, think about what you think fits your personality, your vibe, your characteristics, and something too that I wanted to involve my family. I'm very lucky in the fact that I can have these conversations with my family when I first started my transition, and saying, you know, this is the name I've chosen, but, you know, I want to talk with you guys and see what you think. I know in a lot of families there are names that people didn't necessarily get to name their children, you know, past deceased relatives, or just family names, and I think that's a kind of fun way to go about naming yourself with a kind of more significant family meaning. I also asked my friends what they thought fit me best. and ultimately we came on Chloe. So if you're just beginning your transition or you're just thinking about transitioning, picking a name is really important. It's at least part of who you present to the world, and it has to be something that you're proud of. And I can say that I'm extremely proud of being called Chloe and having picked that name. Another part of the naming process is legally changing your name. So depending on what state you're in, there are parameters around that. I can speak for Minnesota. So for Minnesota, you have to go to the courthouse, you have to pick up a bunch of different paperwork, fill it out, send it in, and get a court date. Once you have the court date, you have to bring 2 witnesses with you that can attest that you are not avoiding debt or you're not doing anything fraudulent with your name change, and that you have been living as this person, or just kind of character witnesses. It's kind of a crappy thing to go through, to be honest. The judge that I had actually had my old name and asked me what was wrong with that name as a joke, but I was frightened as all hell. And it's another hoop for trans women to jump through, and it's, to be frank, extremely inconvenient. But Minnesota, I think, is one of the more progressive states where you can do it fairly quickly. I think mine took about a month of time to do my name change. Also, a name change can be pretty empowering, not only to more closely identify you with your gender, but to, kind of reclaim your space in the world. A lot of people have trauma surrounding their name or their families, and changing your name is a great way to kind of cleanse you of that. So some people don't have a great relationship with their family, so changing your first, middle, and last name is something that can be extremely powerful for people. Names are extremely important, and they're strong and they're meaningful. So choose a name that, like I said, you can present to the world and be proud and think every day like, wow, I'm this person now, and I've always been this person, but this name aligns me a little bit closer to who I've always known I was. I know that was a short video. I wanted to just get on and talk and, be in front of the camera again. Danny and I have some extremely exciting news coming up shortly, so please stay tuned. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below, and leave, of course, any loving comments or suggestions about video topics or what you'd like to see from me in the future. I am currently working on a kind of more feminizing workout series right now, putting together different exercises that can help emphasize curves, build up the glutes, kind of slim down the waist. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and give this video a like, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.